Oh,
Hello,
Federico.
hello. How are you?
Good. How you doing, my friend?
All good?
It's nice to
Yes,
have you on. It's
I'm doing
always
great, man. Yes,
my
same, bro. We would go at nine. I thought we would go at 9:30, like in 1 hour. So I was like now watching.
oh oh.
Yeah,
You're wait. It's two.
but it's
It's I
cool. It's
forgot the
all good,
time.
man.
You're 6 hours.
Yes, but it's all good, man. It's all good.
It worked out. So
Yeah.
Federico, we had ma- many players and coaches. I had like Mari Pierce, Mark Philippoussis, Paul Anacone, man, Emilio Sanchez, Alex Correcha. We had Xavi Malis, and I'm happy you can do that because what to reach top
No, thank
60
you.
top 60 in the world, man. I
Yes.
couldn't even do future level, so it's a massive achievement, and
Thank you.
let's start with that. How did all started? How did you start to play,
Thank
Federico?
you. Thank you. First, let's say also thank to you for the invitation. Okay, like
Thank you.
real pleasure also to speak to you. And I saw your lives, good people, good work. So congratulations for that.
Thank you.
And yes, here I mean, I started at home. We have a tennis court at home, so it's pretty how it started, like 3, 4 years old, with my parents,
Hmm.
with my father, with the friends, some friends. One friend, he was a tennis coach before, so basically it started like at home. And yeah, following my father, because father and grandfather, they were soccer players. They played in
Uh-huh.
Benfica, so professional athletes. So I have quite a good base at home, in the father and grandfather. So I think
Wow.
basically it's how it started. And
And
yeah, good,
so
man.
so so Federico, you where you born in Portugal? In which city?
In Lisbon, in the
Lisbon.
capital.
Okay, in the cup. So,
In
so when you
Portugal.
were starting to play, that you have a lot of like it's a lot of clubs. I guess it's a big city, right? So you have a lot of competition there.
Yeah. Quite big city in Lisboa, yes. And but after like at 8 years old, we live like 45 minutes away from Lisboa,
Hmm.
really calm area. And basically, yes, the main club when I was practicing on the federation, it was in Lisboa. So I used to drive all every day, like but it's, I mean, it's part, I don't know, it's part of the
Journey.
job. And,
Yeah.
yeah, or part of the journey, the traveling. So
So when I had
yeah.
Xavier Malis, obviously, I was born in Germany. My parents are from Croatia, so I played soccer as well, and I played other sports as well. And then I asked Xavier, hey, was there a time when you have to at some point decide what you're going to do, right? So when was that for you? At what age did you know that you have something that other kids maybe not have, and you might go on the tour?
At 14,
Hmm.
I remember I said to my parents that it's decided for me to be a pro, because at 12, I had the experience that Juan Carlos Ferrero, ex
Hmm.
number one in the world, he was here for 1 month in our house, because we had a tennis court, and the family, we were friends of a friend of his coach
Hmm.
that called us saying they were coming. He is number one in the world junior, and they had to go to Cascais to play a satellite.
Hmm.
And if we know any people around that can give or offer the house for them to stay for 1 month, and our family, we
Wow.
offer the house, we offer the tennis. And I mean, I of course I didn't go to school, so I went every day with them to the satellites. I practiced with them. I mean, I was in love with Juan Carlos, in love with imagine, I was 12. They were taking me to the club every day, and the guy was beating all the top guys from Portugal, all the top guys. He won the satellite. He was number one, and he was
Wow.
preparing Roland Garros. And that made me like completely. I want to be Juan Carlos. This is what I want to do in my life. And as to say thank you, they offer me 3 weeks in their academy in Spain,
Hmm.
as a thankful for us,
Hmm.
for the family, and for me. and I went there 3 weeks, and I said, that's completely what I want, you know. Like at 13, I went there 3 weeks. I wanted to stay longer, but then I was completely sure that my life, it's like Juan Carlos. I want to do this.
And then you trained with Federation, or did you end up in the academy before you went on tour?
I went the Federation. I went from 14 to 17, 3 years in the main federation in Portugal, and then 17 I got my personal coach, Cunha Silva. He was 100 in the world ATP. He was #1 juniors as well, and I worked with him for 10 to 12 years. So basically, he was my main coach during a long period. Yeah.
And Frederico, when you started playing futures, like Frederico, how old are you? What year are you born?
35 now. I'm 35.
Okay, so I'm 82 born. You're 85. Yeah. So when I played, they had like satellites, and they were like so hard. When I remember, I played in Croatia, 2000. I was 18. And I had to play pre-qualifying 128, and then I played 3-round qualifying, and I lost.
Yes.
And it's so hard. How did you do the transition? How did you do in all the tournaments?
Yes, it's not an easy journey, and I think when you believe and when you really feel that you want to achieve something, or you are part of something, I mean, there is no obstacles, you know. It's just continue day by day, working day by day, believing day by day, going, and the things happen. I mean, sometimes in moments that you don't expect, and you don't think that it will happen on that moment, because you are really focused on the doing stuff, on the doing things. So basically, then you win confidence, you win capacity of being in the process, you know. So this is and I think since young I'm really strong on the mental aspect. So for me it was always natural to succeed and to achieve things, because I mean, I worked all my life for this. So now it's here, the opportunity. I mean, I take it, you know, because I worked very hard to be here. So this was always my mentality and my belief, you know.
When did you break through to top 100, Frederico? When did you break through top 100? What year?
23. I was 23.
Okay.
I was 23, and it was not easy, because the memories or the cultural in Portugal, we had only one guy top 100 before me, 86 in the world, Nuno Marques. So it was a big thing in our minds as a tennis player, like to be in the top 100, you know. So I assumed that I had 2-3 months match to go to top 100, and I couldn't find a way to do it. But after 2 months, I entered, and as soon as I entered, in 1 month I was 60 in the world, because I like unblocked this, like the mental. So yes, and I mean,
it's easier than to get into the major tournament. When you broke into the top 100, you can play all French Open, Australian Open, US Open, Wimbledon.
And it's a dream, you know. It's a dream come true. Like you wait all your life to play the best tournaments in the world, and you are there, and you are traveling, and you are with your team, and you are playing well. You have international contracts, sponsoring, so you feel great, you know. If you're winning money, it's a good life, and I think is the reward for all the effort you did in the past, you know. And this is what I felt, you know.
And we had a question. I tried to go a little bit for questions too. So Matthew Boyle Tennis, they asked, like, which is more important, the mentality of the game or the fitness? What do you think, Frederico, for you?
If I have to choose one, I would go for mentality. But the physical is very important. I mean, but if you have a good mentality, the mentality don't block you. The mentality makes you run more, makes you continue, makes you stay in the match. So this mentality makes your muscles work longer, more time. So the physical also comes from that. And if you are very strong physically, but then the mind blocks you somehow or at the same point, no chance. Even if you are like really good physique,
Mm-hmm.
of course it can help a bit, but if you are blocked here, forget. I mean,
so that's I agree. I think the same. So when what you're saying, when you're mentally so strong that you can overcome adversity, challenges, then the physical comes automatically because you can do it mentally.
And you can do it longer, so
Yeah.
the muscles are there longer. The all are used to be more time there, so it's you get in better shape, physique as well.
Frederico, who was your best coach? Why? Patti Conori is asking.
So the best coach for me, it was Cunha Silva, because he was the one that was there since 17 to 28. You know, he was there 10 years, helping 10 years, investing 10 years with me. Not full time, but he was really there,
Mm-hmm.
and he made me professional, because I was a junior. I was top 10 in juniors, good, but he made me going into the tour. I mean, and he teach me many things. So I would say Cunha Silva from Portugal.
What did you on tour? What are two things that, you know, after all those years of playing and all the
Yeah.
experience you have, you know, like what are two things you might have maybe done a little bit differently that you would have when you would have known a little bit earlier? Maybe, you know, some players say they would have taken more care of their bodies, you know, whatever it is, you know.
I think in my case I would go since kid
Mm-hmm.
with the one-handed backhand. It was my favorite and my natural shot. So
Mm-hmm.
and I played almost all my career with the two-handed. So I always felt parts well, parts not always
Mm-hmm.
me. Like really inside me, I felt I have to be top 20, top 10. I mean, top 30. That was my goal, you know. And for me to be 62 in the world, to be honest, it's good, but
Mm-hmm.
it's not like completely satisfies me inside, because I always felt I am much more than a 62 player, you know.
Yeah.
Of course, it's really good. It's amazing life, but I was to be for top 30, top 20. And so the backend part, and also the life, the
Mm-hmm.
personal life, that I obligated me not to leave many things in pro of results, and
Mm-hmm.
this made me in the future not feeling well about myself. So I was really a bit sad, like
Mm-hmm.
just like a robot, like tennis,
Yeah.
no life, no
No
girlfriend,
other things.
no life apart of tennis. So
Yeah.
this made me a bit crazy inside in one point, you know.
Mm-hmm.
When the results start not to appear, I was like, man, what am I doing, you know? I only know how to play tennis. This is not
Yeah.
good, you know.
Yeah.
And so I would go for the natural part of technique,
Mm-hmm.
and as a person to live life
And
while you are competing. Also, it's very important. I'm not saying to make disaster things, no, but to live, to enjoy, you know, like
yeah.
to live a bit life. It's very important, because this makes you longer.
That's advice. I think that's an important part. A
Yeah.
lot of people always forget when they play, you know, and then they see like only results orientated, and that's everything for them, you know.
And I think also to develop yourself in all the aspects, you know, like also speaking, also closing, everything. I think you to be a top athlete, or to be a very good succeeded person in life, you need to develop yourself in many ways, not only in 2 3, you know. So I think this is my advice
So
from my experience.
the biggest tournament, like rounds wise, was at Australian Open 2012 for you, like third round Australian Open, I think, right?
Yes, third round Australia, but biggest result was quarterfinals in Monte Carlo,
Oh,
2011. Yeah.
okay.
So
So
and the
how do you
final,
compare? How do you compare those two when you look at the 1,000 tournament and the Grand Slam? Which one was for you more important?
both,
I
both, both.
like that.
Very, both. It's at that level. I think it's all are like dream tournaments, you know.
Yeah.
And I think to achieve third round for me was very important, because was the first time that I win more than one round in a Grand Slam, that it was a goal for me. And but for example, a goal for me was to achieve the second week as well, and I didn't, but it was a goal, of course. And in Monte Carlo, to me, it was really a pleasure to be part of the top 8 guys in clay before Roland Garros. After qualification, I start in the qualification and I go until quarters. I was really tired, and with Federer, Nadal, Djoko in the locker room, and myself there, like all top 10, and me like 70 in the world, you know, like already without clothes. I had to go clean the clothes to play the next day. It's not I mean, it was a good experience. Yes.
So is it really when you're in the, that's why I love to have the lives. Is it really when you're in the locker room and Rafa and Roger in there, Novak, do you really feel like being like really nervous in there, or is it just
no?
You know each other too, right?
I felt at that point, I felt this is not my league. I mean, this is their league, because I to be honest, I was not used to play 6 days in a row at that level. I was really in pain on my calf. I was really tired because I won for 5 days, like top 30 guys is not easy. I mean, and I was not used to that. And for them, they had one first round, okay, 1 second normal, and they are still fresh. They are starting the tournament, and I'm completely on my limit, you know, like, yeah, that's it.
Who did you play in Monte Carlo? I didn't look up who you played there. Who did you?
No, I lost to Andy Murray.
Okay.
In quarters, but the round before I beat Gael Monfils in 2 sets, 7-6, 6-2. The day before I beat Yuzny. I beat good guys. Yuzny, Stakowski. I beat Delbonis, Cipolla. I beat the good guys. And
so Frederico, when you played, I always try to get into lesson plans. So let's talk about Monfils, right? So Monfils, an unbelievable athlete, right? And you know, can basically do everything on court. What was your lesson? I love lesson plan. What was your plan? Your game plan. What was your game plan going in against him? What did you want to achieve against him?
To be honest, I was without a specific plan. I was really enjoying my game myself and enjoying the moment. I am in the 3rd round of Masters. Is one of my best results so far. So I mean, I will give my maximum. But the thing is, I know him, or I knew him since junior. So I know him well. I mean, he's top 10, but I know him since kid, 16. So I have good connection with him. So I didn't felt I'm playing a top 10. I felt I'm playing Gael. I know him, you know. And I felt he was not so well in shape on clay. And I was playing many tournaments on clay before, and it was his first match on clay or second. So he was really not adapted. So I felt I have the chance, and I did it. You know, like it happened. And, it's not easy, but it was also, I think he was not playing his best, and me, I was playing my best. So it happened, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So when you when you played like the big guys like Murray, you know, I always say like Murray, and then there's Novak, obviously the top 3, Novak, Rafa, and Roger. So when you play guys like Murray, like, and at that time he was unbelievable, like, you know, unbelievable. So what is it that makes them like different than the rest of the crew?
I think,
in your opinion,
many aspects. I think not one aspect. I think it's some aspects in terms of the surrounding team that they have. It helps them a lot. I mean, they have physio, they have doctor, they have coach, they have good sponsors. They have, I mean,
everything they need.
Apart of that, they are amazing athletes, amazing tennis players, amazing. I mean, it's from outside you look to them and it's like a company, it's like enterprise, it's like something real, like real pro, you know. And from our side, I speak as a 60 or 70. Of course, I was traveling with the coach and sometimes with the physio. It's different numbers, it's different investments. So, of course, in the end, the result is different, you know, and they can maintain longer with better written. They have always there the physio. They have always there a good, maybe better meals, better hotels, better clothes, better rackets. I mean, in all terms, they are better in all aspects. So it's normal they are better. You know, it is what it is. It's not only the coach, and they are very good athletes. They are very good technique. They work a lot. I mean, they are like a machines in all terms. You know, and all the things very organized. They are champions, man. They deserve it. You know.
Yeah, like when Novak played Tiafoe, you know, like he lost the second set now at the Australian Open, and then you know he just keeps going, and you know, and then Tiafoe played his best, and doesn't matter because Novak just unbelievable.
Yeah.
Okay, Frederico. So tell me what. How old?
How old? She's 6.
-5. It's minus in Frohnau, so it's easier for me.
Sorry.
No problem.
Sorry.
Kids are first place. There's no problem with that, my friend.
And tell me a bit about your work as well. You're doing great, right?
Yeah, I mean, I started 5 years ago online on Facebook. You know, I was playing a couple of futures when I was young. I grew up in Berlin in Germany, and you know, played there in the Regionalliga, which is the 3rd division there. You know, I played number 1 and 2, and so level was okay. You know, I didn't make pro, just didn't have it. And then I coached always, and then I went to the United States 10 years ago. I coached at a beautiful facility here in New Orleans, and goes really well. And then 5 years ago I started. I was like, you know, where do I get information as a coach? What can I do? You know, and I was like, there's nothing out there. I started a Facebook group with 100 coaches I knew, and I started to put my coaching in there. And I was like, you know, either they like it or they're not going
to. Okay.
And so people liked it. And the cool thing is the Facebook group I started, you know, people had questions about the courts. You know, the hard courts had cracks. Where do I go repair it? Something is wrong there, and then there was always an answer quickly, and 10-20 answers. You know, that was so cool to see that coaches help each other. You know, where I'm from, the mentality is, you know, in Germany still, unfortunately, a lot of people think they know everything, you know, and they don't like to share. That's not my mentality. I like to share. I like to bring people together, you know, and so that was one of the reasons why I created Tennis Haus, you know, so that I wanted to get the best information out of there in the world from others as well, and share that and get it out. And I knew at one point I will have a big following, and you know, now I reach with all my channels over 140,000, 130,000 people with Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, you know, and then I just go every day consistently, you know.
All right, congratulations.
Yeah, so that's good. And then, you know, I became good friends with Emilio Sanchez and Arantxa. You know, I know a lot of players on the tour, Damir Dzumhur, Dusan Lajovic, all the Balkan guys, because I'm from Croatia, right? Marin Cilic, and through the online stuff a lot as well. And it's really cool how it brings the world together. So I saw you started doing more online as well. So what's behind that? Tell us.
No, I'm also a part of the tennis. I'm creating my Frederico Gil Academy here in Portugal to start, and with a really modern and methodology of like since the day 1 until high competition. But I will focus a lot on the social. I want to invest a lot on the social part as well, because I think it's really good, really cool, really nice. And a part of it, I'm also developing a business with my world that is a house room company. So we invest a lot on the digital, and that's why I'm investing, because I think, I mean, nowadays it's, come on, the Corona came to say it's digital now. I mean, forget the personal for the moment. So I think if we want to keep active in life nowadays, we should use the online. We should use the digital. So I'm investing a lot on the digital, and that's it. That's all.
No, that's good.
We can continue to be active and to do things here, you know.
I love that. And if you ever have something, I said to you before, tag me, send it to me. I love to share. I love your work. I love the way you you should shoot a lot of videos. There's so many people that want to learn, you know, and it's unbelievable, you know.
Thank you. Yes, you same. You're more than welcome here. So
I haven't been to Portugal yet, Federico. I lived in Spain, in Malaga, San Sebastian, and in Barcelona. I was so close to you guys, but I've never gone, so that was a mistake. So when Corona goes away, maybe we can shoot some videos together.
Yes, and let me invite you for my academy in a few months. Hopefully this will pass, and we will open the facilities. So you're more than welcome to come. Okay.
Yeah, I would love to. I'll shoot some videos there and show the people, and then see how you coach and learn from you guys as well.
That's
good. That would be fantastic. Yeah. So yeah, you have something about your academy, shoot it to me. I will spread the word, because you know, like, there's so much knowledge behind your career and behind you. I would be honored to do that.
Thank you. Thank you
so much. Federico, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you for your time, man.
Bye-bye.
See you. Thank you. Oh, look, one thing. Sorry.
Yeah.
Can you save the video, and then we should all share?
I'll share, and I'll send it to you too.
Thank you.
Thank you, Federico.
Thank you. Bye-bye.